here at implementation of prompt-driven test approach one demo. So in this session, I'm going to cover the flow that I have shown you in the previous session. Okay. So just quick touch on this particular example, and so this is a simple example that I have taken so that we can easily understand. It is easy for new users to connect on this particular AI assistant or agent. Okay, I have an application. Of course, whoever is worked on the Selenium, they can easily understand this particular the form. It's a simple web interface form. It's a single page application, and these are the steps that I'm going to give as a uh, single step prompt so that you can understand, you can see what this particular agent is doing. Okay. These are the steps: validate web form message on the page, ensuring the page is launched successfully after this one. Then particular edit field, enter a welcome and test 123 in your password field and sample text, so on, so it area. Validate checkbox is checked state by default, and validate checked radio is selected by default. Submit button, submit from using the submit button, validate form submitted message on the page. Okay, so sometimes validations may not work accurately because since it is a beta system and the developments are going on. Okay, so this is the example that I'm going to. This is the brief description as a understanding purpose that I have given over here. Okay, so let's switch over to the demo over here. I'm switching over to the, I have already launched the KaneAI. So once I cannot show you the login since it is a recorded session. So I have already logged into the this particular interface. You can see these are the number of Lambda test the components, the services that they are providing. So in the from the home screen also you can see, go to the home and you can see the Lambda test key services over here, and we need to access KaneAI from this particular hamburger menu, and there are other services we have available over here, and here also we can see the test manager that we can access from this hamburger menu. So let's start with the KaneAI. So this is the interface, chart interface, and here we have two options over here. One is create web test, and the second one is the this one, this particular text area where you can start your journey of second test mode, generation mode, that is objective driven test, and the first generation test mode will start from the creative web test. Okay, so let's start our prompt driven test, that is approach one. Okay, so I'm clicking on this one, create a web test. See here, the moment when perform action on create a web test, it launches the interface that is with web agent, the service supported by the KaneAI. Uh, and this interface, it is coming from the VM. So you don't need to establish any of the VM or configure any other settings, or no other settings are needed. Directly it can. So that means it is creating a user interface to the end user to create a test directly. Okay, now here, like other, suppose if you have experience on some kind of the play on the chat GPT, you have interface like this one. So here also it accepts the user input from here. Okay, you can enter whatever you want the step over here. So for example, in our test, these are the things that I'm going to create now. So I want the AI agent to, hey, navigate to this particular application. Just simple so like this, here it is this one, and it will invoke the application over here. Okay, I'll keep on adding steps over here. Then third step, I'm just entering. It should show. So let's see. So it is the values entered over here, the welcome. And the next is this step. Okay, test 1 to 3. Entering test 1 to 3 password field, this one. See, the password is entered here, you can see. Okay, just natural language format. I'm just giving the area. I'm not following instead of enter, you can put the type, the command format that Lambda test has given in the help documentation, that you can refer it. So that it will avoid any necessary errors. The next step is, so this one. mm, Yeah. So it is entered. This is a sample, and this one I'm just giving the validate. The checkbox is in checked state, but by default. Let's see this one. Okay, the assertion that I'm playing over here, and I'll take another. I'll skip this one, and then validate submit button is enabled by default. I'll check. Let me take. Okay, so it is. So this is assertion true, and then the next step is submit the form using the submit button. Okay. Form is submitted. Okay, and also you can see the screenshot over here where which control it is. Here it is. See, it is showing the submit button. Okay, and even for validate submit button is enabled or not, or some other fields also you can check over here. Okay, now the next is we need to ensure that when the form is submitted, that message, that is the checkpoint that I have made it. Let's see. So in the traditional model, if you see the automation scripting of this particular page, we have to add, we have to build the definitions, and then we need to call or usable methods if we have, or we need to call that particular specific element method and entering the values, right? That we are not doing at all. Only just we are entering the steps over here. Okay. So now the this particular step is completed. If at all, if you wanted to, you can, the pause test. Okay. And if you do, the resume will happen over here. Okay. And it will, allow you to, add this one. Manual interaction means, it will start the journey of the application. You can add some more steps over here by recording. Okay. So now the test is created here. Okay. So the next step is, it is allowing you to, save the whatever the step you have created over here, test you have created over here, using the prompt driven test from the, approach one. I'm just saving this test. So it is asking to save. See, KineAI generator, there is a one project that I have created by default, and we need to select the folder. So I have already one folder over here. Okay, I'm just selecting that folder, this one. I'm just giving the PDT web demo approach one. Just I'm given name, and automatically the description is created. And if at all, if you want, you can change the description and the type. Suppose if you're creating the functional test, that's why I'm just marking it as a functional. Okay. And they have given the different types, and based on our requirement, we can categorize the test type and status. And initially, since we have started, so put it in the draft. And the tag, suppose you wanted to keep this is just only demo for single, but if you're working on a large scale of the project and a number of suits. Okay, so we have a suit like, smoke regression, or some kind of, build verification tests like that. We have for different suits out there, so that you can tag it over here, like you do in the, BDT test set generations. Okay, so smoke, and you can save the test over here. See here, the moment when the save, it is landed on the test manager. See here, test manager, automatically it is created, and these are the steps. This assertion is, the failed. Okay. So, and this one, these are the steps it is. And if at all, if you wanted to modify, okay, you can go and modify. And here automatically the code will be generated uh, by the KineAI in a Python format. Okay, that is the default. And here you can see the version history. Here it is available. Whatever you have created, automatically it creates the comments for here with the step. Okay, so it is taking care of the version management automatically. Okay, so now I'll just go to the edit test steps for here. And the moment when you landing on this particular the playground in the edit steps, for edit steps, it is automatically invoke the application, and whatever the steps you have created, it will execute, ensure that one uh, whatever the steps you have built is working the properly, so that it will allow you to edit the steps or add the new steps. Okay, now it is the created. Uh, so uh, this is one. Uh, the steps are created. If at all, if you want, if at all, if you wanted to see what is happening here, you can see here. See the textual query, and you can see the screenshot over here, which step we have web form. I'm talking about web form. I made it as a one assertion over here. after launching the application, hey, validate the web form is there or not. Okay, and you can expand over here, and you can see the things. If at all, if you wanted to edit, you can just click on this one. You can edit it whatever you want, or else you can cancel that one, and you can see it is highlighting on the this particular text input. So sometimes whatever the text you have given is, it is not properly processed by the AI, then you should be in a position to see where it is, which field it is picking up for that particular action. Okay, that is about the prompt driven. If at all, if you wanted to sequence, you can change the sequence, or if at all, if you wanted to delete, you can delete this particular the step. Okay, and here you can see add step. If at all, so you can see add step over here. So you can generate, hey, wait, add um, 2 seconds. So I'm just giving you a prompt. Hey, the add 2 seconds wait statement. Step is created over here, and you can resume, and you can see the whatever the step that you have added is executing, and it shows the wait 2 seconds it is. Okay, and once this is done, you can do save changes, so that it will changes along with the, hey, the commit message added a 2 second wait statement at the end of the form submission process in the website automation instructions. It has given that one save test case. So now it is you are on the again on the test manager of edit test step screen, and the based on your requirement, you can add one more test, and you can go to the test manager, and you can create one more test, or else later point of time you wanted to edit, come to this particular screen from the test manager side, and you should be in a position to edit this particular test case. Okay, so now it is with the uh, hmm, this particular test with the sequential steps that we have the provided over here. In the traditional model, you have to have your own framework, and you need to call each statement, and you need to build, or else you need to build a BDT, behind. You should have a libraries, etc., and that will be taken care for the traditional model. But in this one, AI generated, you have to take that code and put it in your the framework, and you can make it as the suit executions. Okay, this is how, and I'll just give you a walkthrough of these at the screen that I'm going to publish in the blog as well, and you can see over here whatever the actions that I have shown. I've taken the screenshots. See here is the interface. Okay, and the next step is web agent with the VM browser is launched. Okay, and then entering the prompt, it is asking user to enter the prompt. So after this one, mm, you can see here uh, you're entering the values for here. You can put the add the test types, or you can add whatever the assertions you want. You can finish this particular test, and then it is asking you to save it in the test manager, and finally the test is saved in the test manager, and allowing you to edit steps if needed. So this is the journey of prompt driven test, that is approach one. Okay, I will show you the next approach in the next session. Okay, thanks for connecting with on this particular test.